So I need to ask you, you're based in Paris, right? The company is Tikehau. We are seeing a massive spending ramp happening in Europe, driven by Germany, at least initially. The rest will probably follow, right? You're talking about reindustrializing or paying for the reindustrialization of Europe. That's going to cost money, right? The private sector is going to have to be involved. Governments can't do it all, right? Which potentially means opportunity for people like yourselves, no?
It's the biggest opportunity we can think of. I mean, think about that, Martin. A few months ago, I mean, a year ago, people were questioning, debating, what was happening in Europe. Rightly so at times, given the dislocation, politically. There was this massive U.S. trade, what I was talking about, 80 cents of every single dollar going there. And all of a sudden, because, you come into some, with a headwind situation, Europeans get their act together, leadership step in. You've got, for the first time, in Germany, in the UK, you see obviously, what's happening in Italy, in Spain, the best performing OECD economy, last year. Yeah. A real rebound in initiative, in growth, and to your point about you need to finance that. And that's true, I guess, all over the world. I mean, the government, they cannot do, all of that. The massive deficit we have has to be compensated by some private initiatives. And that's where effectively bespoke private managers, asset managers, and I'm not talking about the buyout. I'm talking people who can do the haute couture investments that are required, for every single company, any given sector. Energy transition is not going away. I mean, quite the contrary. I mean, you saw yesterday was, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia announced when it comes to investing more into renewable. You see what's happening across, across the world in the investment being made. That's true, obviously, in Asia Pacific, in China. Europe has been leading that, and in the US, regardless of the headlines and maybe the little music we're hearing, I can tell you that over there on the ground, we still see a huge appetite from investors to keep investing in this strategy.
Okay, all right, Sherry.
Yeah, and are you using your Hong Kong office as a gateway to China opportunities? And is it China looking more interesting, more attractive alternative for you than the United States?
Well, I mean, things are not that simple, but effectively being a global platform, Cherry, right now. I mean, we've been in Singapore 11 years. Last year, we celebrated our 10th anniversary here in Singapore. We've been operating in Korea 5 years, in Japan, Korea 6 years, in Japan, 5 years. And last year, effectively, we opened our presence in Hong Kong, absolutely to a point as a gateway into China. And specifically, that was on the back of an increasing investors' demand and appetite coming from mainland China and Hong Kong to invest into our strategy in Europe. And that was already the trend over the past 12, 18 months. And I can tell you, Sherry, what we've been experiencing over the past few weeks, months and a half, is extremely interesting in the pace at which Chinese investors, sovereigns, asset managers, family offices, insurance companies are coming back, into Europe to take advantage of some of the blind spots, I would say, that have been created by the outflows of maybe global investment, US investment, and being the preferred partners on the ground, being their local guide, is here again a huge opportunity. So it's not, China against the US. I mean, not at all, but it's more this supply, demand, and these flows that we are seeing that, we're taking advantage of to offer the best opportunities to our investors base.